Just follow orders.
Hey guys, Batters Batch. We are back for the top four this time. Top four between Ray Tarkintown, who beat Han Yellow, and a Gar Saxon Yellow, who just beat a Django Green. You're here with Clint, TV, Scott, and myself. We'll be taking you through this top four game. What are our pronostics, gentlemen?
Well, first of all, I just want to give you props for the enthusiasm you've got after 12 hours of streaming.
Appreciate it.
Because I'm slowly fading.
He's matched it at the start of every YouTube entry. It's honestly, it is truly a sight to behold.
The too long didn't read. I think Ray's got the upper hand here.
Yeah, we were discussing it a little bit more beforehand.
I think
so
Ray
too.
has answers. I think Ray has answers that some of the decks we've seen run into this Scar that they probably don't.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they've got to draw it at the end of the day. If you can hold out, I think Ray's got some of those nicer things. Like Scotty mentioned, you can bring out the Redemption at 8. We said if you can sentinel the ground and protect it for a little bit, not that it seems that you really need to, because Gar is very heavy in the space. You've got a Quill, you've got which gives you some potential draw. You've got Yoda, so you can potentially undo a bunch of the damage and stabilize.
That's what we really saw. Go ahead, Scotty.
You do have early space units, which we've seen that the previous Django and that didn't have. So Ray will most likely, we haven't seen the list, but most likely have A-Wings, the Arc 170, and then those Sentinels as well.
Got to be the Concord Dawn. I think they're going to be huge. And yes, the Third Fleet will trade. Will not trade because it'll have that shield first. But also, if Ray's able to experience them, then it won't trade.
True. But
so
it's not ideal if your Concordon dies. But in this deck, in this matchup, all you want is to, as many times as you can, where the guard just doesn't go to base, you're winning.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what Gar
stabilize out.
Correct. Gar wants to go to base as much as he can, as many times as you can, have him run into your units. Happy days.
What's at the top end of this, Scotty? Like, you got the Redemption. What else usually goes in this sort of deck? Crates, I would assume?
Crate Dragons will normally be at the top of this list. Depending on how this game one goes, we'll see if the Ray player takes one or two of them out.
Yeah. Luke's, you would have got to assume Luke's and Obi's maybe.
There's Time Lord Gaming. He's saying, "Hey guys, I'm the other Gar, quote unquote, the other Gar Yellow player at the PQ. Obviously didn't do as well, but keen to be here with you all and see how it goes. How did you go? What was your record in the end of the day?
We bestow you with the other Gar player forever and ever. Time Lord. Is it Fletcher that was playing it? I believe. Fletcher was
Correct.
the
Yeah.
one?
I think it's top 16.
How would you play into this Ray deck?
And like, are your list? I don't know if you know of David's list, but are you guys relatively similar in terms of list? Like, are you running some different stuff? It'd be interesting to see.
Do we know who won? They're obviously waiting for time.
Yeah, Harold's waiting for time. Well, we chatted up. I went 4-3. Okay, I only picked up the deck 2 days ago, so I did about what I expected. Okay, wow. Okay.
It's not a bad showing.
More importantly, are you running surprise strikes?
4-3.
Did you opt for the breaking ins as well?
I thought they said Fletcher top 16. Did he see top 16 with 4-3? That's pretty impressive. Because I did 4-3 at the last PQ and I did not top 16.
He might have just snuck in.
I did not top 16. Tell you that.
So there's some comments about the deck being space heavy. It's not really space heavy. I think it had 13 space units out of the 50 cards. It's just that it liked to lane dodge in that previous match, and so it was all space. But we'll see what happens here and which lane that the Gar Saxon player goes.
Yeah. Thank you a lot of Phoenix for the
There we go.
for the follow. Yeah, just to clarify, so TV is clarifying obviously in the in the comment in the chat there.
Protectors are tough to get through. You can agree with that, can't you, Clint?
Don't talk to me about village protectors.
Yeah, I will be streaming our PQ. So obviously for those who are still on the fence about whether they should travel up to Sydney for the weekend of the 15th of Feb, you should. If you have a partner, do whatever you got to do on the 14th, all right? For Valentine's Day, and then the negotiation should be okay. We're doing this on Valentine's Day, but then I have to go to Sydney for the 15th for the Batters Batch 2K, and then the 16th for the PQ. It's going to be a great weekend of SWU. Ozzy, can you tell him to be mindful? Jack to be mindful of his phone. I think he's looking at tokens. Okay, sorry.
Big commitment time load.
Time load saying travel to every Australia, New Zealand PQ.
They're having a chat
Wow.
about the initiative tokens.
Yeah, I just wanted him to not show something he didn't want to be seen. Yeah, that's fine, Ozzy. We could just tell him to be mindful if he shows other stuff.
We see OnlyFans on your phone.
Okay, time
We
load.
don't see the Baddest Batch OnlyFans, so we're disappointed.
That's only feet.
That's
right,
very
TV.
true. Yep.
Be on brand. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
If you're gonna travel to the Sydney PQ, make sure you make a stop at our 2K because you have a few tickets left. Might reimburse you some of the trip. $250 cash if you win. It's not bad.
Plus 2 boxes of
Oh
Twilight.
yeah, 2 boxes of Twilight and $250 cash. That's worth the trip.
And the showdown
Let's
promos.
see you
We
get
will
that at
also
any other
have.
PQ.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get. So winner will get, because we have the showdown promos at our 2K, which is a nice addition.
Sure.
Big thanks to VR. So get that. You get 2 boxes of Twilight of the Republic, $250 cash, plus some other cool stuff that we might find along the way. Plus mats. We got mats.
We do have mats.
Forgot about the mats.
I also just want to point out that we briefly hit 100 viewers, then instantly dropped down 3.
That's okay. We'll get there. We'll get them back. We'll get them back. Thank you, Bulate, for the follow. Okay,
So we
they're checking
are
the
swapping
list.
deck lists here. Each player gets a few minutes to inspect the other player's deck list, and then they set up for the game.
What is going on?
Looks like we've got some yeah.
It's been a long day. It's getting to them. They're losing it. All right. I mean,
Tell you what, I love David's handwritten deck list there, just on a piece of notepad paper.
it's a bit of a
Yeah,
power play. Just throws
It
you
is,
off. It
yeah.
just makes you look like this guy just picked up the deck last minute, right?
Yeah.
And I hope he does the whole one card cut.
Ooh,
Um,
that's a power move.
Exactly.
I mean, this is more interesting for Jake than for David this phase, right? Because obviously, David probably knows what a Tarkintown raid deck runs. For Jake, it's a little bit more complicated. I think we haven't seen a lot of Gar yellows on the competitive scene lately. So I think that's probably more interesting for Jake than it is for David.
I think he's just trying to work out what he's got to survive against for a little bit. Because I think the thing that's going to help Jake out a bit is those breaking ins, getting the Saboteur. Prototype, this is the game 1 of the top 4.
Semi-finals. I love having Scott as my moderator. Just keeping the chat in check. All right. Come on, gentlemen. What are they doing looking at this deck list? Let's go. You'll find out what each of us got.
Just going blind.
God. Trial
Just raw dog it. It's fine.
by fire. You'll be fine.
You're in the top 4 now. Don't worry.
Yeah, just raw dog it. 9 months later, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's it. That's my advice all the time.
Yeah, and look what happened.
But look, let's be that's what I expected happened. Let's be real. With the way the dollar is at the minute, you're not going to Worlds even if you come first, are you?
I mean, if some people are looking to travel to all the PQs and stuff like that, if you got a bit of disposable cash and no kids, maybe trip to Vegas. You can do other stuff than playing SWU.
Maybe.
You can do a bit of everything.
Gotta remember.
You just go to the casino and keep gambling until you win it all back.
That's how it works.
And Gen Con is on the weekend after, so if you're going to turn it into a big trip, Gen Con
Yeah,
Scotty,
that's...
if you win a PQ, you're going?
to maybe we'll see. Well, I can't play in a PQ this set, so
Just next set.
we'll see
That's
what
fine.
happens next
Yeah,
set.
next set.
But you might have a sectors you can play in.
Yes, just win that, Scotty. Come on.
Just win
Yeah.
that one. 2 days.
Easy.
Let's go.
That'll be for next Worlds, though, won't it? Not this one.
Well,
This
there's
one's
four. There's 4 worldwide. There's 4 worldwide before this Worlds.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that Australia's probably not going to get one.
And then regionals. How many regionals?
It's like 1 per year, like 1 before each Worlds.
That's interesting. That's because it's almost like Worlds, really, if they only put one.
The hydraulic, the other matchup is CAD Tarkintown versus Han Double Yellow.
Yeah, 100% Funko. I'm pretty sure it'll be like 1 London, 1 Europe, and 2 in North America. I doubt we'll get one of those ones in Australia.
He's saying 2 regionals, so yeah, it'll probably be one EU, one NA.
I doubt we'll get a regionals because both of those regionals will be Europe and North America.
But to be honest, we're more likely to get a sector if NA and EU are getting regionals. Maybe we'll get a sector. Maybe.
Yeah. So they've announced 2 regionals before Worlds and 4 sectors before Worlds. I guess the discussion is whether Australia gets one of those sectors.
Okay. Yeah, 2K for
Which,
regionals.
as I said, I'm guessing that we're probably not.
Yep. All right. So about to start.
Yeah, here we
Soldier
go.
of the
We've
Fire
We
first.
actually talked about this the other day about how many we potentially might get for a sector,
I think it's more than 200.
and we actually probably thought we might push 400 to 500.
I think so. By the time it comes around, like most people that are at those PQs would travel.
Maybe get some New Zealand. Folks.
Yeah,
Yeah, you definitely get the New
you
Zealand.
definitely
folks
would.
coming
Yeah,
over.
yeah, absolutely. I
This is
think
interesting about the Ray. I don't know if he's had much intel about the Gar Saxon play. He had an A-wing first turn, and he had initiative, and he
didn't
chose
play
to
it.
play the soldier down on the ground and put an experience on it, rather than going up and trying to contest in space. And we know that the Gar Saxon has got a 7 fleet defender that he'll likely play this turn. So we might see a race again between the 2 different lanes.
I don't know that Ray wants to race here.
No.
Yeah, we were having this conversation earlier this morning about all these numbers and that sort of stuff and the geography of Australia. As we were saying to people that obviously aren't from Australia, are overseas viewers. Australia is the size of America, but it has the population size of New York. So we're quite spread out around all the coasts of Australia. No one really lives central mainland. Everyone lives around the coast.
Just think of Australia as a big donut.
Yeah.
Okay, Village Protector here. It's okay. He's starting to take a lot of damage already.
Yeah, he really needs to find that Concord Dawn Interceptor.
ASAP.
This is kind of a case of aggro is just going to hit your face and make you have the
I mean,
answer.
Gar doesn't seem to be drawing too hot. I can see a client. I think I saw another
He's just resourced that.
reflex. Another snapshot reflex, I think.
I thought I saw a 7 fleet defender, but he may have resourced it expecting like a perilous position. And that's why he went down to the smuggler
God,
play.
hold on, we got to do score. We're asleep.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine. No, it's not you. It's always. And 8. There you go. He's got to find some restore somewhere.
I just saw.
Yeah. I think that'll be a good idea. Yeah.
Oh, yep. Bring him in.
Who are we getting?
Jim.
Hey, all.
So I think it looks like they're just going to race this game.
We have massive glare on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wookie, is that
Wookie.
the Super Commandos? No, it's not because there's no
Can't
shield on.
be, yeah.
They cost
We
5
use the
anyway.
umbrella. Did someone take their umbrella home? Did they?
Looks like it. Looks like they must have.
He's played
Ah,
it really
there we go.
good,
No,
hasn't he?
he's.
Oh, it's a lump. It's a lumpike.
It's a lumpike.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Wookie.
We were there for a second.
Wookie in with the save.
So still no
So what's
way.
interesting is that he did have a 7th Fleet defender, and that's what he discarded on the pillage. But he was obviously worried about perilous position.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he would have played that earlier.
Thank you, Wookie.
Wookie, you are the living legend of SWU.
Okay. I don't love where Ray's at. Man, just look at that Inferno just tagging him for 4.
This is where if Ray had been able to play that A-wing on turn 1, that Inferno wouldn't have been
Yeah.
able to do all of that damage that it has already.
It's what, three swings of 4 each time?
Yeah.
It's pretty huge.
Thank you, Jason, for the follow. Okay, so he's giving a shield to the soldier with Fabo first.
Yeah, and then he's killing off.
Why did he play for 1? Did he play?
He gave an experience to the
yeah.
village protectors. That's a lot of damage already on Ray. It's 17.
Yeah, it's massive. The hot shot, yeah. He's got to find a way to slot the bleeding. Like he's had no restore. He's had a tiny bit of sentinel.
Yeah.
I mean, not playing that A-wing was the first mistake.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, he's taking the initiative here.
Well, he's still got Tarkintown, and he has to use it Long
Well, he
Pike to
just-
get
yep.
rid of Long Pike.
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. This,
Otherwise,
So he
this,
resolves the Crate Dragon.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting to it anytime soon.
No, he
This
resolves it.
Inferno 4 is putting in some work.
He's hit him 4
Yeah.
times, I think. He's about to hit for like his 4th time, so it's 16 damage just by itself.
That is crazy. A step away for 1 minute.
There we go. The game?
Oh, it's got to be close.
Is 1 off, I think. Yep, 23.
But we're on what 6, so
23.
it's just a Gar.
23.
So this is the turn that Ray will flip, so you will get like a restore 3.
Yeah, but he's got what? How many open? 4 open. To flip a Gar. I mean, they're both open, so.
Yeah, he can still. You would have thought he would have dropped the Obi first.
He has a Perilous in hand, I think, so you're going to Perilous the Gar, potentially kill him.
Is he right? Is
No,
he running
he
melee?
can't drop the Obi because then Gar claims and wins with Inferno.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. So now he needs an answer on space.
2 of them.
An interceptor, some sentinel. He's got he may have a perilous. It's hard to see in his hand.
I think he
Get
has
rid of
kept
the
1.
cannon.
Okay, that's
got the Concord
that's
Dawn.
amazing.
Got the Concord Dawn.
If you Perilous that,
That's
he's in good
okay.
shape.
So Ray has to attack here,
Ooh.
but she has to restore us lose.
Perilous, if he doesn't Perilous would be amazing right now. Whoa.
3.
Gar Saxon has got 1 resource open. Does he have any cards?
12, 18, 20. Why do we keep getting a thumbs down?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Someone just thumbs down. I just saw a big thumbs down bubble up on the.
Oh, I didn't see it.
That's the second time I've seen it. Who's disliking our stream?
No, he might be a thumbs up, but because if the camera's flipped, so he's on 24.
Oh, you know what it is? I think on these things, if you see something on stream, it does the emoji.
I'm not sure.
Like
I don't see it.
It recognizes your hand. I
Yeah.
think that's what's happening.
iPhone camera
I'm
with
bringing up-
gestures and emotes.
Guys, I'm bringing up Giga Jim. He's going to give us some commentary about the event itself.
It's not we're not on iPhone though. I think that's a webcam filming.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
that's game.
6, 12, 18, 24 restores. Yeah, restores.
Hey
3
Jim,
points.
how are you?
Hey fellas, how are we?
Pretty good, mate.
Good.
Good. How's your day been?
It was a very long day. as long as all of you guys. This is 12 hours of commentary now.
Oh,
Something
yes.
like that.
Yeah.
Longer, actually, longer.
We lost track after about 8.
We started at 9:45, so yeah, we were going on 13.
Oh, that's rough. That is rough.
How did things go on the ground?
It was pretty rough for me. So I was playing Bosk Blue. I jumped on the camera at one point again.
Yeah, we saw you.
Byron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
My first 2 matches were both hunting Khan. So
Yeah,
that
right.
set the tone for my
Okay.
day.
So, what do you have a rough breakdown of the deck lists that were there today, or because we only saw 2 Hans on camera, which is fine, but we didn't see any Sabines. Sort of like more Django Tarkintowns. Like, what was sort of the representation there today?
I don't have the exact list yet, but there were less than half a dozen Django Tarkintown that I saw.
Okay.
Sabine ECL, I reckon I saw about the same amount, so they weren't really well represented. What else could I say? There was, like, as you've seen, there's like lots of random homebrews in there. Like, you had a Padme Tarkintown on stream at one point, which is crazy. That blew my mind. 2 Vader Greens, which was probably the biggest surprise for me.
Yep.
What else was there? A couple of different Kylo brews, a couple of Obi-Wans. The Yoda Red was nuts. I believe that got on the stream as well at one point, didn't it?
Which one?
It did, yeah. The
Yoda Red?
The Yoda
Yes.
Red did, but
Yes.
he just got dumpstered by Han, unfortunately.
Yeah. I got a chance to look at the deck list for that one, and that to me just means he was just wanting to punish Bosk Blue. Like, everything about that deck was to counter us.
The Han
There was-
player?
The Han
Yeah.
player, Han Blue. There was 3 Bosk Blue on the field, about 3 Bosk ECL.
Okay.
Quinlan representation. I reckon I saw a pretty evenly distributed amount of Sabine ECL, Django Tarkintown, and Quinlan.
Sure.
Not much of them, maybe 6 tops of each.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a really interesting day.
What do you think your meta is like? Like, if we compared Melbourne meta to Sydney meta to Brisbane meta to Perth meta, like, how would you describe your meta down in Melbourne?
So, a couple of things I can say about this. I actually had to change my Bosk Blue list to get against a control mirror, because there was a showdown that was held on Monday, and control seemed like the most well-represented archetype of the lot.
Okay.
Lots of our aggro players have switched to mid-range tempo just because they're not seeing a lot of aggro.
Mhm.
So they're kind of trying to win quickly before it gets into the mid to late game.
Sure.
I would say we're pretty split between mid-range and control at the moment, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's what our assumption was based on what we saw today.
Yeah, no, definitely on the money there.
Do you have a good time overall?
Yeah, it was a really good day. There's lots of tough games. We're a pretty tight-knit community since we've been running SWU VIC, so there's lots of friendly fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had quite a few people come from Albury Wodonga, so
Okay.
there's about a group that came from the border. We had people from out in Gippsland. We had people out from Geelong, Ballarat, Shepparton, and just lots of Melbourne players. So they came from around.
96 players is crazy, considering the first PQ in Melbourne was 96 players as well, and then you just got 96 players without any of us travelling to it, is very, very impressive.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So like 96 players for the first Australian PQ, and there were so many Sydney and Brisbane players that came to that. We had 96 players of just Victorian players. And I think that's awesome. Like when there's the chance to actually buy tickets to a PQ, that's the kind of numbers that we can pull in. So I feel like we're probably one of the best represented areas of SWU.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our Sydney PQ at the moment, I mean, obviously it's about 3 weeks away. I think we're about the mid-50s at the moment, but like I'd be very surprised if we hit the 90s.
Yeah.
hopefully.
Which is awesome. Like getting 90 just for Victoria area is great.
Well, question I have for you guys. After watching the stream today, how do you think this will shake up the meta for Sydney, Brisbane, and other PQs to come? Do you think people will look at this and think, oh, might change up to mid-range a bit more to get into these control decks?
I think mid-range was always going to have a strong presence when we're seeing some of the results that are coming out internationally. Like I think the Quinlan, which not strangely but surprisingly underrepped here. I think mid-range was always going to have a strong place, and especially, I mean, we can speak a little bit for Sydney probably more. And Clint's the resident aggro player, but I often don't see huge numbers of represented aggro in Sydney.
Yeah,
No, definitely not. Definitely during the Boba meta, it was Boba, and a lot of people play tempo mid-range in Sydney or control. So I'd probably hazard that. You know, our meta is probably similar, but also people play what they want to play as well.
I'll just touch on the gameplay real quick a little bit. They were on 4 resource turn. Ray used its 4 resources to steal the mercenary gunship. Now it was exhausted, so now he took one of Gar's threat away from his arena to put it on his own. If Gar wants it back, obviously he's gonna have to spend 4. Ray's in a little bit of a better shape. Okay, so no good to me dead. Ray's in a little bit of a better shape because she's got some restore with the moisture farmer on the other end. Still nothing to stop those space units as of right now. A Concordant Setter would do some good. Pillage. I think you're okay.
Oh, rough.
I saw 7 fleet, 7 fleet, and change of heart.
Breaking in, change of heart.
Change of heart, and.
Ooh.
I mean, it's not terrible.
It's not bad.
It's not terrible because Gar's only doing 6, and you've got the moisture farmer getting 2 of that back, so it's only 4 he's able to take off this turn.
Yeah, he's closing the gap.
I think you probably because your mercenary gunship can't attack, but you have to claim because you don't have to, but I don't think you care about those 5 damage that Sabine gives you.
No.
Okay, I see an arc.
There's a
Arc
restored arc
170.
in hand.
Obi-Wan. The moisture farmer delaying the inevitable a little bit. It's on 14.
Yeah, David really needs to drop another space unit and start going wide and deal with this mercenary gunship before it becomes a problem as well for him.
Did you happen to catch what he resourced? I saw in hand a client and a second mercenary gunship. I imagine it was probably the gunship.
I don't know.
See it.
I'm not sure.
So he goes for
He's
1.
down to 1 card now, so that pillage is starting to pay some dividends now.
Getting rid of, well, change of heart, and I'm curious what the other...
So now Gar's going to come out.
I think you just steal the gunship back here as well before the end of the round, so you get your...
Yeah, potentially. So you get it back.
Because I think he kept the gunship, so I think his plan is to steal the gunship and play the other gunship as well.
Yeah, I mean, Ray's keeping 4 open for potentially that eventuality.
So we're on 18v8.
Why did
Did I count that right?
I mean, you. Oh no! I was right. 18. Yep.
Yep.
It's false. Yep.
Yep.
So Ray's
So
going to
eight-
come out, but can Ray stop
8v9.
hitting?
Ray
You have
has
a
to
village
come out and do
protectors.
some healing. He's got a redemption, an OB, and a Luke in hand.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, see, now Gar can steal the gunship back, which I think is a good...
Ooh, yes. Now that's a good card. I think this is good now. So he's got 1 card in hand.
I think the Gar player will steal back the gunship.
I think he has.
I
he
think
has
you're okay with
If-
it. It's annoying if you're Ray, but she's gonna be able to
Yeah.
heal in peace and
Yeah,
kill.
Ray's on
Gar.
18. Ray will go back down to 15.
Mm.
Gar will steal the unit back.
Mm.
And then
If Gar
Gar
takes the gunship, I think he can race him via space to the win for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray's got Luke next turn, so that will take out one of the ships.
Yep.
And he will also have the Ark there. And 5 restore down on the ground between the Moisture Farmer and Ray.
Ooh, okay. Smuggling.
Oh.
I think that's fine.
No, you've ripped the
Ooh.
Luke. I think you've ripped the Luke. You don't care about the OB at this stage.
Yeah.
You've got to rip the Luke.
Interesting, though, he's not going to be able to take the gunship back.
Correct.
I think that's better than having a Luke played on you next week.
Yeah, look, I
Hold
agree.
on. Aussie Wookie, he has to draw a card.
He gets to draw a card.
He has to draw a card. Because when Bazine rips a
Bazine.
card, he has to rip a card. He has to draw one. Hold on. Yep.
Yep.
Because that may have
Man.
changed his play. Yep. Thank you, man. Okay, so Ray's out. I don't know if he attacks in that shield. Yep. He does.
No, he does.
That's fine. I think you're okay with that. Thank you, Ozzy. Oh yeah, because obviously you guys have a judge now, so that's perfect.
Shout out to you guys for picking up on a few things during the stream today as well. I've heard that there's been a few moments where there's been a few misplays and that stuff that you've called out, so appreciate it.
No, it's all good. We win. It's a big day. It's easier for us to pick it up. We're here. We have no pressure. We're just watching the stream. And it's hard for the players. They're stressed. There's so many cards that they got to keep an eye on. And,
We are the big brother of SWU.
and sometimes some interactions that you don't see a lot of. So it's
Should
down to 15.
should rebrand to the biggest brother.
The biggest brother.
All right, so
Yeah,
I mean, he's got a claim here, I think.
what did
This
he
is
play?
quickly getting out of hand.
Oh, he played the low gunship.
I think he claims here.
I think you claim. Oh, do
You
you
claim here. You've got to run in. You run your
your arc into
Restorer
whatever?
into the Raider.
Actually, no.
think the
You.
radar-
I don't think you run the restore. Like I think you run the gunship so that he can't steal it while being active.
True. And I mean, there's nothing there that can kill the restored arc.
Exactly.
Unless, I mean, he'd have to spend money to do it. and
Which
he's
you're
gonna spend money,
happy.
put damage on
Resources,
base.
please. This is nobody's paying money
Right.
to play cards here.
If Ray can survive this turn, we know Redemption's coming down next.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Just
Nice.
has to survive this turn.
I think you throw the gunship into his.
I
Into the
think
lurking.
Ray's stabilized enough here now.
No.
Oh,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
If David steals back the gunship, he's got 12 damage on base, which is
Yeah.
fatal before the restore.
I think he could steal it back.
I think he
You
thinks
haven't really changed the
I gotta
game
do the
state.
arc because of the restore, but you
Yeah.
really have to do the gunship here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Good
So
man. Good
He's gonna
man.
run it into there, trade them.
I'm not for the red player at all. We just wanna game 3.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
that's what we want.
I have to call out David was one of my early picks to take the whole PQ. He he knows this deck so well, and
Mhm.
he's been going really good lately. I believe he was a finalist in a showdown on Monday.
Okay.
So yeah, and he beat our previous PQ winner Fletcher, the Django Tarkintown player.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows this deck so well.
I have to say, this deck is the pick of the PQ for me.
Jake's dice
Jake,
management
fix
on
those
base
dice.
is.
He's killing me.
Can we get a hold on the judge and can he give him a warning?
I'm pretty sure that's a game loss just for.
Yeah.
Can the judge give him a warning for this dice management? What is this?
What's he on? 14, 15, 18. Okay,
18.
all right. I mean, David's holding on. Like, this is a very overwhelming board state that Ray has.
Who do you? I think you buff your village protector here. Oh no, you can't. It's gotta be 2 and less. Yeah, it's gotta be 2 less.
No, two or less, and it's got 2, so he could have. But he's doing the.
Oh, he doesn't need to because he does
moisture.
enough. He does enough to
he
kill
doesn't
the
need to
Gar.
buff the village protector.
Yeah, if Gar runs into it,
Mhm.
Gar's dead. Even with a snapshot reflexes.
I don't know how you get out of this. As the
Well, we
Gar
know redemption's coming.
Yeah.
Okay, kills that.
Yep.
Okay.
Ray's back at 15 for our score on the side
Oh,
too.
yeah, you're right. Thank you, Scotty.
And there goes Gar.
Did he keep redemption? I think I can see a Kanan, a takedown. Ooh.
Oh.
I don't.
All the healing.
Why would you let him attack? Why would you let him attack? That's just so strange. Just kill the Inferno. Okay, he's gonna kill the Inferno. He's gonna heal 1.
I don't know if I would have let him take the
The
tech. I would have killed them at gunship because it's hitting for more.
yeah, but he can steal it.
What he needs is a change of heart here to steal the Kanan or something, to get a little bit of heal, plow 4 damage in, or kill the Ray or something.
Okay, long pike.
Yeah, it could be a problem with no more sentinel.
I think you kill it. You have enough restore left. You have enough
How do you
restore
kill
left with Kanan. Well, he throws his farmer in it. Is that enough?
No,
Tarkintown.
Oh, he's got
Yeah.
Tarkintown still
Still
open.
has Tarkintown left,
Huge.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Alright, so
here-
14.
Yeah, then 14.
I think a change of heart here is huge.
Mm.
If he can pull it.
14 to 11.
That looks like he's pulled one.
I think it's not gonna matter. Like,
How many change of hearts does he actually run? Because
I'm sure he'd run 2.
yeah, because we know he got rid of one with the pillage.
Yeah.
What
I
was that
think
first
this
round?
game's over. It's not gonna matter. He's got redemption
Yeah.
in the top end. It's doesn't
Yeah.
matter what it makes.
He's stalled out.
Yeah. Did some good plays there.
Like, every one of those units restores.
Correct. That is correct.
He's restoring 1, 3,
Oh.
4, 7 per round.
Oh,
I think you. I know he wants to race. I just think you killed that arc, to be honest.
you kill the arc. Yeah. Because he's putting damage on base and he's healing.
Back to
Putting
14.
one more XP on the.
Hey, that's
village, yep.
farmer. That's farmer's getting buff.
To 3-7.
Yeah.
Huge. Waylay. Ah, yeah, right.
Okay. I think that's
Okay.
fine.
I don't know
I mean,
if you.
he's gonna fight it out to the end.
Yeah. So he's on 14. So.
Crafty?
Heals for 1.
Oh, whoa.
There we go,
18.
18.
Ooh.
Super Commandos. Oh man, this is
Take down.
Oh,
Wow. That's sexy.
Oh.
That's very sexy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're
You
right.
just steal,
CLC.
yeah, just steal the gunship. He's here. He's feeling good. Jake's feeling good about it. He heals 1, and what does he go to base for? For 3.
I think
17,
Gar's
12.
top end
21.
is
Oh yeah, I
change
missed.
of heart.
I missed. Kanan. 21, 12.
Did he steal a? He stole the gun.
He stole the gunship. That's what I'm telling you. Like, it's just, you don't come back from that. I think where David went wrong here is maybe slight lack of board management. I think he was really focused on the race part of it. Okay.
I think this is where, for this type of matchup in your sideboard, you kind of want to be maybe running an Avenger or something like that, just to get just at the top end.
Cool. He does 3 here. I don't know if
mid-range matchup.
Well, I mean, he's at lethal, and he's tapped out, so that's GG's.
Okay, cool. We have a game 3.
We have a game 3, finally. Guys. We haven't seen many game 3s today.
This is it. This is huge. Dale?
Yeah.
Sorry, I called you Jim earlier because that's Giga Jim. How curious? What insight you can share about the melee kerfuffle?
Oh, so without trying to get anyone in trouble. Just go on the record and say that, okay? So the word that I had
This is recorded.
The word that I was hearing was that it was down for scheduled maintenance. And I believe Melee or FFG, whatever, I'm unsure on that small detail, they're the organisers of the event. So perhaps you guys can provide some more context on that. But yeah, basically the organisers of the event were also the ones that decided to schedule maintenance. Yeah. So yeah, look, I guess I'll give a shout out to GG Churnside and the crew helping out. They had 5 backup systems ready to go, and it even got down to just manual pen and paper at one point of trying to get matchups going. They prepared for the worst, and my God, did they have to go through every hurdle to get us paired. It was nuts.
I mean, but, good recovery. We're not. I feel like we're in the last round now. 11:15. Yes, it's the second last round. Yes, it's late, but it's not too far off what we kind of expected to go in terms of time. Because what did the last Melbourne PQ go to?
Around about midnight.
Yeah, around about midnight.
Yeah. So like the thing is as well, right, is that we had 7 rounds of Swiss, so you budget for an hour each. That brings you to about 5 p.m. And then what do we go when we get into Top Cut? Is there 4 games? So add an extra hour each on top of that. There's 11 hours. So it brings you about to where we are now anyway. I think they'll only end up going an hour over what it would have been.
Yeah, I mean, look, given what it was and the size of the event, I think it is. It's not obviously the best situation, but in terms of outcome, could have gone a lot worse. Could have been unrecoverable. So I think I think they've done well given the circumstances.
What we got here? Let me get back to the score real quick. 3 on each side. Oh, Toro. We can see. So we haven't seen Toro yet in this matchup or in any of the David matchup actually.
Yeah, that's right. CLC. They do have the right if they shuffle, if your opponent as part of their cut shuffles their deck, which they're allowed to do, you can cut the deck after it. Jugs doesn't think it's not fair. I mean, look, each their own opinion. I think given where we're at, they've definitely clawed back in the time management side of things.
Trust us, we wish it was on time.
Yeah, we didn't want 90 minutes between rounds 1 and 2.
No sir. All right.
We're back in round 3.
He's got a cannon. Is that an open fire I can see?
Is it? Yep, it is. And
same thing. This is interesting here. If he does what he did last game, which is, do I use my 4 resources to steal this gunship?
I mean, you don't do it while your opponent's got 4 open.
Actually, I don't agree. I love that. If Gar spends 4 resources to steal it back and only do 3 damage, I think that's great.
No, I mean, but you haven't changed you've done nothing to the game state outside of it.
Yeah, but you want the game to go long if you're Ray, not if you're Gar. I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, if we change tokens, I don't. If you only take 3 in a round, I think you're okay. I don't know what he's got, obviously, but he's got 8, takes 3. No, that's a loud Discord notification.
Yeah, you want it to go long. I agree.
See,
but you want to
I don't
also be
want that.
adding your own stuff out.
For sure.
Is this the first game that David's gone to game 3?
I'm not sure.
In the day?
It feels like it, for sure.
Dale, are you back home, by the way, or are you on the...
Yeah, I'm back
Okay,
home.
cool, awesome. Wookie, if you can you give me a quick update on the other matchup, please, if you don't mind, if it's
Here we
possible.
go. Wookiee's. I don't know if Wookiee's answering me about.
I think he is.
I think so. So this is uncharted territory for David today.
I actually asked for an update on the other game. Just yet to hear from someone still there.
Okay.
Which was the Han CAD game.
Yes, which one of those players, Barack, he was top 8 last PQ with Boba Cunning, I believe.
Okay.
We had him. That was our first game of the day. Actually, we had him. He survived.
Yep.
Funny that he's in top 4 now, and maybe Cat won. Okay, Cat had a 1-0 up against An. Barack had a bit of a scare against the Padme. Played a Padme Tarkintown and had a bit of a scare.
Ooh, breaking in, nice.
It's interesting that he's going for base. I feel like you would kill the protectors there.
Yeah. I was also
Steals the gun
contemplating
ship.
whether he would play the Perilous to kill the protectors.
There
it is. Yep.
There he goes. Fair.
Ooh,
Which,
this
if
feels
Ray had
good.
given the experience to the protectors, he wouldn't have been able to do that.
But he went for the steal.
Okay, we've moved a little bit too fast here, so we're trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, so we went to.
Yeah, no, it was 3. So he Tarkintown the client and went through the base with, because he stole David's. Actually, I just got to update that because it's
Ray is in a really good position here. Like we're coming to the Ray flip turn, only 12 damage. He's got a unit. Gar hasn't got any units.
Now, obviously, Gar can steal the unit back, but I think if you're Ray, you're happy with that. You can play that game all day long.
So if I can ask you guys, what do you think's been your favourite deck to have watched on the stream so far?
Oh, Clint's answer is easy.
I don't know. The Padme deck was pretty good. But the Gar deck's definitely the most spiciest one. No, actually, the Padme one's probably the spiciest one of the day.
I think the Kylo matchup we saw before the 7th round.
Pop
I
Yellow.
remember what he versed.
Pop Yellow
The
Club.
Pap Yellow versus Kylo. I think that was an enjoyable match to watch.
I don't know what my favorite deck is.
Just a funny little nod I'll give in to you guys here. So I can remember David actually is from the same LGS that I play at, and I remember playing the Shadows draft, and he drafted Gar Saxon, and he literally built a Gar Saxon, and he got into like the top 2 of that. So he's been playing it for since then. Yeah, I don't even know if I've seen him play another deck.
So, interestingly, he's got a CAD in hand for next turn.
That
I
could
think
hurt.
that's going to be.
Oh, that will blow out.
I mean, all you need is a Rival's Fall of some kind. I'm surprised he didn't attack with the Mercenary Gunship, to be honest, while he was open, because I think David would be a little bit more reluctant to steal it back if it was tapped.
Yeah, he's taken 3 damage that he didn't need to take.
He really
if
did.
Had hit the gunship.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jake has a Fell the Dragon in hand, so if we see the CAD, I imagine it's going to quickly come back.
Ray shouldn't be ready.
No,
Yeah, there you
Ray
go.
should be tapped.
There you go.
They caught it.
Got it.
They caught it pretty quickly.
Oh, I didn't realize Jake had initiative.
Okay, so we killed the gunship.
Okay,
Perilous,
Perilous.
the village. Boy, that was a very aggressive toss of the shield.
Ooh,
Pillage.
the pillage!
Oh, he's gone and done
Oh,
Do you have a hot shot?
he
Yeah,
does.
Okay, I think you killed the Ray here, don't you?
No, he's going to
You go to
base.
base.
He's
No,
just-
you just go to base.
Yeah.
21?
What's that
Because you can now
21?
outrace Ray.
Yeah.
Yep, you force the claim. You have to answer the Gar, otherwise it's game.
He has.
That's not a great
I think
draw.
it's game. He didn't get his. He didn't get a sentinel. A rival. I don't know. Do you know if Jake plays any rivals falls?
I couldn't answer that question, but we have not seen one from what I've been looking at.
I mean, what, Scott? Most of
There's-
these lists would run one Rivals Fall?
I'd probably.
It
roll
used
two.
to when Boba was more prevalent. I don't know if a lot of the Rays have taken it out now.
Okay, he runs 2 into Gar. 3.
Gar's showing.
Gar's got enough
is it
anyway.
7 to base.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wow. Wow.
I think he had enough anyway because he was.
The draw was terrible, but having
12,
the hot
5,
shots,
17,
that's,
18.
that's massive.
Yeah, he had enough anyway. We've
David's
just
going
won.
to the finals.
So if you had a hit with the gunship before and not taken
Right?
3, yeah.
Yeah, but how would you know, though? Like,
For sure.
I don't. The
but
gunship. The gunship was open. Like
If he's open on 4 resources, you need to just shoot with the gunship to take it out of play. I think.
No, that's not what Scotty and I was saying. Scotty and I was saying that the turn before, the gunship was readied, and he didn't attack with it. He did some other stuff first, which then allowed David to take the gunship back and attack with him readied. If
That's what I'm saying. If he attacked with the gunship first, that's what Scotty's saying.
yeah.
When he takes the gunship back, it's exhausted. Who cares? Like I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then being able to put that experience on the village protectors prevents Perilous wiping it out as well.
Yeah, that's it. Because he was able to perilous it because he
Yeah.
didn't have to.
Yeah, Atomic
So,
is
Gar
going to the finals.
and it looks like I think Wookie said that Cad was 1 ahead.
Yeah, 1 up.
Of Han. So, do we see a Cad Tarkintown Ray Tarkintown final? That would be
We
what? What are you talking about?
Yellow.
Gar Saxon.
we'll find out
It's
in
11
the.
o'clock.
We will find
We'll
out
do
in
it
the
for a
next video,
while.
guys. We'll cut this and we'll see you guys in the next video for the finals.
Oh, yep.